Okay, so this is a pine dish rack getting ready to
Plate
get hung.
rack.
Plate rack.
Yeah.
And it's bare wood. And we did not
Pine.
capture the beginning of the process, but what are you doing to it?
I'm buffing it now.
What are you buffing?
I'm buffing the Odies Oil off of it. And
Bodies?
Bodies.
How about Odies?
Oh, that's right. It's Odies Oil.
So anyway, we've looked all over the internet trying to figure out what to do with wood. We wanted something that's food safe since plates are going to be in here. And what's it like to work with?
It's very easy to work with. I have to say, this is the thing to use because it doesn't smell bad. You don't even have to put on gloves to use it because it's not toxic or noxious. And it really does a nice job. This is turning out to be just a nice satin smooth finish. Really, I can put my hands on it and tell the difference.
So what are you putting it down with?
I put it down with
Oops.
one of these, and I
one
also
of these, which is a fine Scotch-Brite pad, the nylon ones. Usually you see the green ones around, and this I found this at Lowe's, and it's a finer grade. It's working good.
And I also used a little piece of cloth for these areas like this where I couldn't get in there with that because of the, you need something that you can just go around.
There are a lot of those.
Yeah, there are.
We looked at a lot of videos on YouTube about oils, and some people are going, oh, you do 45, coats and, sand it down with 440 grit between each coat and all this sort of stuff. How much is it going to take here as far as...
One coat.
One coat.
We could do more if we want to, but one coat is all that's required.
These came out nice. They darkened up quite a bit.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they're very attractive.
So this side has not been done, has it?
It has.
It has? Okay. All right. Well, it's very light wood there.
Yeah, it turned out to be the lightest of all the wood on the piece.
Now, do we have to flip it over to do some of it?
Yes, I'm going to ask you, maybe and Will, to flip it with clean hands when you have a moment.
Okay, more adventures with Odies Oil.
It's not Bodies, it's Odies. And
She knows.
And you'll notice that I don't have gloves on. In fact, it smells rather nice. It's kind of citrusy smell, and it feels good to my skin. It's really kind of a nice preparation for my skin. As I noticed last night, my hands felt nice and supple after using this yesterday. So anyway, what I'm going to do today, we've turned this over, and I'm going to get the parts that I missed, and I'm going to apply another coat on the side panels. So here we go.
Are you applying it with the Scotch-Brite pads?
Not right now. I'm applying it with just this little rag that was inside the bottle overnight. I'm getting the spots where I couldn't get.
Are you putting on a pretty thin layer?
Yeah, I'm rubbing it in. This is a penetrating oil, and it's important to rub it in. So I'm doing this a little differently because I have a larger section to work with. Just spooning this out with my knife. Guess I'm knifing it out. Applying it to the wood. I'm going to come back with a Scotch-Brite pad and make sure it all goes into the wood. Okay, so it's been over an hour, more like an hour and a half, I think. And I'm going to start buffing soon. And I'm really pleased with the way this has turned out. I was concerned because some of the parts of this pine cabinet weren't looking as interesting as other parts, but the second coat on these side pieces has brought out more of the character of the pine. This is not intended to be a really nice piece of woodwork here. This is actually intended to be painted, but I really like the way this is looking right now. And the second coat helped to bring out the character marks. Before I start buffing, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my experience with Odies Oil. It was pleasant to use, has a nice fragrance, didn't harm my hands at all, and it seemed to bring out a lot of the character of the wood. It's very pleasant, and it left a satiny finish. I think that you should give it a try for yourself on any project you're working on. When I bought the Odies oil, they recommended that I get Bloxygen. What is Bloxygen? It feels like an empty can, my husband says. And so it does. But what it does is keep the oil from hardening in the jar after you've used it. It's a heavier gas, and it replaces the oxygen in the jar after you use it. So it preserves the life of your oil. I'm going to use it right now. So I'm going to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, which are the instructions. You're supposed to spray it in for 2 good seconds. And then that replaces all the oxygen that's in there. Ready? 1 1,000, 2 1,000.
It does feel like it's empty.
We're going to get this thing all buffed out, leave it to cure for 3 days, and then when we hang it on the wall and get the plates in it, we'll let you see what it looks like all together. Well, we've nearly got this completed. It's been a wonderful project. I've enjoyed using Odies oil to finish this raw pine cabinet. It's been lovely to work with, easy, and the outcome is like silk.